Warning: the following video contains information about murder and actions of evil individuals. Viewer discretion is advised.
The beast kidnapped the poor girl, held her captive in his kill room, and literally choked her to death on an adult toy. Hello true crime fans, and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. On the evening of the 19th of July 2016, the rural landscape of Fulton County, Ohio was bathed in the golden deceptive calm of a summer sunset. 20-year-old Sierah Joughin, a university student with a bright future and a contagious smile, was riding her purple bike home after visiting her boyfriend. She was only a few miles from her mum's house, travelling along County Road 6, a stretch of asphalt flanked by vast swaying cornfields. She never made it home. The silence of that country road was shattered when James Worley, a man with a history of predatory violence that the system had failed to contain, intercepted her. Worley didn't just stumble upon her, he struck her with his truck, or perhaps forced her off the road before a violent struggle ensued. At the scene, investigators later found Sierra's bike tossed into a row of corn, her trainers nearby, and signs of a desperate fight, including a motorcycle helmet covered in her blood and DNA. The forensic details of Sierra's final hours are harrowing. The autopsy will later reveal that she had been bound and gagged with a large adult toy. She died of asphyxiation. Her body was eventually discovered 3 days later, buried in a shallow grave in a nearby cornfield. Her hands bound behind her back. She had been stripped of her clothes, except for a pair of socks, and her remains showed the brutal physical toll of Worley's restraints. When investigators raided Worley's farm, they uncovered a kill room. It looked like something out of a horror film. They found a hidden chamber containing restraints, adult toys, and a freezer lined with blood. Most chillingly, they found recordings and trophies from what they suspected were other victims, suggesting that Worley had been operating as a serial predator in plain sight for decades. In 1990, he had been convicted of a nearby identical abduction of a woman on a bike, yet he had been released to walk among the cornfields once more. The murder of Sierra was a failure of oversight and a triumph of pure, localised evil. It transformed the peaceful horizon of northwest Ohio into a site of permanent trauma. James Worley was eventually sentenced to death, but for the family, no verdict could fill the void left by the girl on the purple bike who was hunted down on a quiet summer night. Thank you for listening today, and remember, stay behind the yellow tape.